Hi, I'm Jack Nicholas. We're here at the 2015 Memorial Tournament. And this is your Buckeye Guard.
This spring, the Ohio National Guard was busy ensuring that it was ready and able to conduct missions in support of civil authority. The National Guard hosted Guardian Shield 15, a joint interagency and multi-state complex catastrophe exercise that demonstrated the capability of regional National Guard forces in cooperation with interagency partners to respond in support of federal, state, and local civil authorities.
This was the real world happen. Local response is going to respond. Local fire, local law enforcement, they're going to respond and do their job. If the scope of the event is outside their response capabilities, they may request additional resources outside the county as a state emergency operations center, which include up to even Ohio National Guard, depending on the incident.
Responding to simulated train derailments staged across the state, county first responders worked incident response and initial rescue efforts until a hazardous material situation was identified amid simulated collapsed structures at the incident sites. The local responders then requested that National Guard hazmat response and rescue teams be authorized by the governor.
This is Ryan Shack for Portage County Emergency Management.
It's important to know everyone before you show up on an emergency type crisis. That's not a good time to meet each other. That's why we do these exercises largely. So when they call us, we already know how everybody operates. It makes it a lot smoother.
Teams from the Ohio, Indiana, Kentucky, West Virginia, and Pennsylvania National Guards participated in the requested response for the exercise. The Ohio National Guard's Homeland Response Force is the task force responsible for the military's initial response to a chemical, biological, radiological, nuclear, or high-yield explosives incident in the region. The Homeland Response Force deployed in another large-scale training exercise this spring so that external federal authorities could evaluate the performance of Ohio's first responders.
To see the search and extraction guys, and as motivated as they were at the very beginning to go into the hot zone for the first time and make initial entry with the casualties on the ground, as well as the agent that's in the air that we have to fight against, was just incredible, and they just knocked it out of the park. The JFHQ evaluators, which is the Joint Interagency Training and Education Center, they told us that with the new criteria that they've been using for the past 3 years or so, that this is one of the finest examples of teamwork and cohesion that they've seen. It was a very, very successful external evaluation for us.
The 180th Fighter Wing in Toledo, Ohio, hosted another multi-agency training exercise.
This weekend we brought together a C-17 from Wright Pat Reserve Air, 89th Air Reserve Wing, along with the 179th C-130 that's standing behind me, for a joint environment training event with the Army, Navy, SOCOM, Ohio DMAT, for training opportunities of loading aircraft and patient personnel. This is giving our airmen, soldiers, and sailors the ability to train in a non-wartime environment to be able to be properly prepared for if they ever do deploy downrange.
Scan the horizon over the lake. You should pick up the Lakota helicopter within the next 2 minutes coming inbound.
In response to developing concerns regarding the levees at Buckeye Lake, several of Ohio's incident response agencies recently conducted a capabilities demonstration.
Ever since September 11th, we've learned that during a crisis is not the time to exchange business cards. We want to know our partner agencies, we want to know their capabilities and their limitations and where we can help fill those gaps. So it's essential that we do exercises like this. We are citizens in the community, so when we're called upon, we're here. We know the capabilities of our partner agencies. We've rehearsed with them and we've practiced, and quite frankly, the guardsmen who are going to respond are your neighbors. They're people from your community, and that's essential.